We are doing the recording. Welcome to the class today. All right, yay! Calm as fuck Qigong. Let's get to it. Shake it out, everybody. Yeah. Big class today. All right. And Blue is going to probably stare at me for a couple minutes until I get too crazy, and then she's going to run away. It's always been a joke that, like, dogs hate Qigong and cats love Qigong. So if you're doing Qigong around animals, dogs will usually kind of start barking at you, and they'll be all like, "What are you doing?" I think it's because you're not supposed to move Qi like that. You don't normally do that. Whereas cats are Qigong masters, right? All they do is move Qi, right? You can tell by the way they fall, by the way they move. So if you're doing Qigong, there's a cat will just start walking by being all, oh, I didn't know you could do that too. And they might brush your leg, or they might be all like, I'm better than you, or both, right? It's not mutually exclusive. All right, really kind of shake that torso up. Yeah. Just get some nice juices flowing. This is a great way to wake up. Good. All right, and then we're going to come to our neutral stance, our center stance, our Wuji stance. So our feet are shoulder width apart. Think about lengthening the tailbone and the low back down, lifting the crown of the head and lengthening the neck up, letting the arms stay by our sides, and breathing deeply into the dantian, the lower abdomen. And just feel your body after all that jiggling and shaking. So we call this a Wuji stance or a ready stance, right? It's the position that we're at before we do any movement. So at this point, our body is ready to do movement in any direction. One last deep breath. Good. And then let's go into our noodle arms. It's another way I really just like to wake up in the morning. So we're leaving the arms totally relaxed as we turn the torso, getting a little twist in that spine. I usually leave my head still for the first couple, and then I start to turn that head so I get an even greater twist. Yes, good. Everybody's looking great. Really think about lengthening down, opening up that low back and that tailbone, while pulling that crown up, lengthening that neck. So really getting this nice, long, stretchy twist. All right, and let that start to slow down. Good. So today, one of the things we're going to focus on, and we're going to see how far we get through it. We're going to do every joint from the top to the bottom, every big joint. We're just going to open up all of those joints and let everything help that chi flow through our body more smoothly increase our vitality, our energy, and open any blockages that might be causing any stress or anxiety. All right, so let's start with the neck. So just take your neck to one ear to one shoulder, and then do the other ear to another shoulder. Good. And then we can just do a half roll forward. Go back to the other side, so ear to shoulder, roll forward, ear to shoulder. Good. And now we're going to go to the back, but when you reach back, think about lifting your neck out and reaching the crown of your head back behind you, right? So you're really reaching this, keeping that neck open. You don't want to collapse it down. Good. And if you haven't yet, go the other way. Mm. Ah. Good. Let's do left ear to left shoulder. Keep it there. Bring that left hand up and place it over the side, just lengthening a little more. You can reach down with these fingers to open up and lengthen just a little more if you need more of a stretch. Good, and let's go to the other side. Still doing nice deep breath. Good. Now we're going to come back to center. And you're going to tuck that chin in and lengthen that neck up just a little bit. And then you're going to look to the right and find something off in the distance to focus on. If you're in a small room, you can just find the corner of a picture or a countertop. And then look in front of you and find something to focus on, like right behind the computer. The smaller the thing, the better, but you still want to really be able to focus on it. Then look to the left, find another thing to focus on. Back to the front, find that spot. Go to the right, find that spot. To the front, to the left, to the front, to the right, to the front, to the left, to the front, to the right. And then do it as fast as you can while still keeping that spine lengthened and still focusing on each spot. Let your eyes really bring it into focus each time. Keep going. Good. So the rapid focusing and unfocusing really helps the eye muscles as well. Oh, I love this one. Okay, you can stop if you'd like. When I do it, I really feel it up in my C1, my C2 right in that atlas area. I feel all these little crunchies, so I really love it. Next, we're going to move on to shoulders. So let's just do some shoulder rolls. Good, and then let's go back the other way. Good, and then let's just do some arm swings, just waking them up a little bit. Good. And then let's do big arm swings. Yeah. And let's go the other way. Good. We love our shoulders, so we're going to do a little bit more work. Teacups. Yay, we haven't done teacups in forever. Teacups is my favorite. I don't have a favorite move, but if I did, it would be teacups. All right, so we take our hand, and, you know, if you're watching me, mirror me, whatever side this is. And we want to hold our hand as though we've got a cup of hot tea in it, and we never want to spill it. So we keep the palm upright the whole time. We bring it back behind us, and we're going to bring it out in front of us, over our heads, out and around. Yes. Good. Yeah, good. Oh, yeah. Crickly, crackly. Maybe we'll start calling this one Rice Crispy Shoulder. Woo. Be careful when you do this. Don't have too much tension in your wrist. Right? Sometimes I find myself when I'm doing it, I kind of like, because I really want to keep that hand straight, I'll like tense that wrist, and it can cause me a little bit of pain. We still want to keep everything nice and loose while we do this. Yeah, good. Good, and now let's go the other way. So we'll hold it here. We're going to bring it out like a serving plate, over our head, down in front of us. Bring it in and bring it close and high and kind of rub it along that inside rib cage on the side of the body. Yeah, good. Fantastic. Good. Whew. Let's do a couple more on this side. And then give me one more. Yes. Whew. All right, other side. So we'll start by pulling it in, out, around, up and over. In, out, around, up, and over. Yeah, you guys are all naturals at this. Nice job. Good, right, so I'm pulling it in like this, reach it out. Teacup is still upright, still upright. Good. Yeah. Awesome. Those shoulders feel amazing. They're waking up and saying hello. Good. Remembering to keep that wrist relaxed. All right, good. Let's go the other way. Good. Okay, yeah. So we're going out like a serving play, behind us, over the head, down in front, circle it in right along the rib cage. Yeah. Out like a serving tray, up over the head, down in, right along that rib cage. Good. Yeah. One more. Ooh. Shake out both those shoulders. Good. All right, now arms out to the side. And then I want you to rotate the forearms around the elbows. Yeah, just do a little bit of an elbow opening. Nice, you all look like propellers taking off, little airplanes trying to take off. Switch directions. Good. Okay, let those down. Shake those shoulders out again. Next, now we're going to work on our wrists. So I want you to interlace your fingers, and then bring them up, elbows nice and down, and then let them come out like this. So we have like a kind of a nice 90-degree angle here. And then we're going to start rotating kind of in a figure 8. Good, perfect. Yeah, so those wrists make a nice little figure 8 motion. Good. And then let's reverse that. Good. Now we're going to take our hands and interlace them with the opposite thumb on top. It should feel super weird. We're going to go back. We're going to do it again. Good. And then we're going to reverse that. I know, reversing on the opposite side. Whew. Yeah. All that typing, I think, is getting to me. Yeah. This is a great thing to do during the workday, if your wrists start to get hurt or pained. All right, and then we're just going to kind of shake it out for a minute. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to close our hands tight, and then you're going to open them up, and then you're going to close them tight. Yeah, open them up, close them tight, and then do it as fast as you can while still fully opening and fully closing. Yeah, woo! Feel it in those forearms. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, shake that out. Nice. Yeah. Find a different direction to shake them out in. Yeah. Find another direction to shake them out in. Perfect. Good. All right. Next thing we're going to do is y'all look amazing shaking out your wrists in all the funny different ways. Yeah, I love it. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up the dantian. We're going to work on opening up the hips and moving the dantian. So our dantian, just 2 to 3 inches below the belly button in the center of our body. Let's think about breathing into that spot 3 times, focusing our energy, our thoughts, our intention in that area. Good. Now think about starting to move that spot in a circle, feeling the dantian start to spiral outwards. Let that spiral start to move your hips, so your hips start to make a circle. And it's led by the dantian. Let it start to get bigger and bigger, so your hips are starting to spiral outwards. If you want to place your hands on your hips to give you support while you do this, you can. I like to. Think about anchoring your feet to the earth below you, keeping your head above you, the crown lifted, and feeling your hips really start to circle around those 2 spots. Getting bigger and bigger. It's true, Blue. I know. It's weird when humans make chi move like this. I get it. There we go. So really start to let your hips reach their limit. Keeping your feet and your head rooted, connected. Start to feel those hip circles, that stretch in the hips. Good. And then you can release the head and make some big circles. Still feeling the dantian lead this movement. Good. Let's come back to center. All right. Take a deep breath and recollect, recenter your energy, your chi, your intention to that dantian. And start to spin it in the other direction. Start to spiral it out. And let your hips start to spiral out in response. Being led by that movement in the dantian. Good, getting bigger and bigger. Good. Starting to really reach that limit. Feeling those hips open. Good, and then let that head go and make some nice big circles. Good. And then we'll come back to center. Awesome. All right, next thing we're going to do, and if you want to grab a chair for balance, you can. Oh, yep, sorry, Blue's gone. But what I want you to do is think about bringing all your weight on one foot, lifting the other foot up, opening it out, and bringing it down. And then we switch weight. Yeah, so we just opened up those hips. Now we're going to open up those hips, but also focus on like the groin or the gua. Good. An important part of this is to keep your weight in this foot all the way down and then intentionally change your foot. Right, you're going to find there's the spot right about here where you want to fall into that foot, but really keep that root. Good. Good. Everybody's doing really, really well. Awesome. Yeah, so this is a great exercise for a number of things, right? We're stretching the hip, we're opening up the groin, but we're also working on our balance, which is great for our proprioception. It's great for brain health, brain plasticity, longevity. And we're working on keeping that root and that connection through that foot while we have that weight try and pull us over. And that's great for yin and yang balance. But it's also super, super good for help keeping us grounded, keeping our energy grounded, throughout the day, throughout our lives. Good. Give me 2 more on each side. All right, good. Give me 1 more on each side. I'm going to put my chair back. Good. There y'all are. The next thing we're going to do, I'm going to do it in 2 different ways. So put your toes together, heels still slightly apart. We're going to bend down, and you're going to take your palms, and you're going to rest them over your kneecaps. Right? And then we're just going to do gentle little circles. Good. You want to keep your feet nice and flat, connected to the ground the whole time. Good. And let's go the other way. And we're not putting any weight into our knees. We're not pressing down with our hands. We're just letting the hands rest there. Good. Letting the warmth of the palms let your knees know how much you love them and appreciate them. Good. Come on up. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to work on our ankles. So if you need a balance again, you can tag a wall or something. I encourage you to try and do it without. This one's a little easier. Lift your foot up and then just rotate around. Woo, snap, crackle, pop. Do some nice rotations. Get nice and big. Let those toes draw really big circles. And then go back the other direction. Good, keep them going. And then write your name with your toe. Whew. All right. Other side. Big circles. Other way. Good, and then write your name. Boom. Good. Let's come back to our Wuji stance. Our ready stance, our center stance. Low back opening and lengthening, crown rising, lengthening the neck. We're going to do circle breaths. So we inhale as we bring our arms out. And we exhale as we pull them down. So a slight micro bend in your knee. Close your eyes here. Thinking about keeping the shoulders relaxed and down. Feeling everything open. Feel how different it feels when we do this movement with all of the joints open and activated. Really feel the chi rising up from the earth through the legs, coming in from the air around us through the palms of the hands, coming down from the sky through the crown of our head, all of it going to the dantian. Imagine the hands as gigantic, the fingers long, the palms giant wells that chi just swirls into and fills up. right, do 3 more at your own pace. When you're done, just come back to that Wuji stance, that center ready stance. And really take a moment to thank yourself for coming to this practice, feeling the new body you have right now. Everything's alive and awake. Thank you so much for coming to class this morning. It was wonderful to see you all. I know some of you have work to get to, so we'll go ahead and end. I will stop the recording. If you want to stay after and chat, please do, and we look forward to seeing everybody again soon. Bye.